Hey, welcome everyone. Yeah, I'm just bored. So I've just graduated and I just figured I'd play the piano for a little bit of fun. And then I'll be filming videos again really soon because I'm graduated, no one's hiring. So yeah, um, I'll be just playing around. So if you have any songs that you want to hear, and then I've heard it before, then I'll try to play it. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, people are joining in. Cool. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, I have just graduated from university with degrees in math and physics. Um, so yeah, just playing around a little bit. If you have any questions, I have the chat pulled up. There's a lot of chat things, but yeah, I'll try to answer them as we're going along. And if not, you could just have this in the background as you're doing things like homework if you're still in school. And so, yeah, just anything like that. Oh, Scott. Hello, Scott. Um, abstract algebra is my favorite math class. Okay, I'll go through and answer some questions now. Let's see. Someone said they did some research into. Sorry, trying to read through these. Yeah, it's been a while from my last stream. Someone asked what degrees I graduated in, and that is mathematics and physics. And someone asked earlier what my favorite part of physics is, and that would be the symmetry behind things. Everything seems to be quite symmetric, that is, unless you look far enough. Or maybe if you look further, it just gets more and more symmetric, especially the small scale. So my research was in quantum information. So I did stuff with quantum algorithms. Specifically, I worked on a prime factorization algorithm using this thing called weak value amplification and post-selection. So those are generally my favorite parts of physics. It's just symmetries that you find deep down. And in regards to maths is very similar. There's lots of thanks, Scott. Scott Johnston in the chat is actually in my research group as well. So, yeah. Anyways, maths is a very similar field. In maths, my favorite thing is abstract algebra and number theory. My favorite kind of fascination in maths is generally with sequences, and there are a lot of things that you think would be so easy to prove, but in reality, they are just insanely hard to prove. For instance, there is a theorem called the Cobalt's conjecture. Not a theorem, it's a conjecture. And it effectively says that every summation, so if you take a number starting, if it's even, divide it by 2. If it's odd, you do 3 times that number plus 1, and then you repeat this process over and over and over and over. And for every number that we have chosen so far, going all the way up to like 87 times 2 to the 60 or something like that, it always will eventually reach back down to 1. And then if it's in 1, it goes through a cyclic thing of 1 to 4 to 2 to 1, and just kind of cycles around that. So it's stable at that point. And so everything sounds, so everything that we, sorry, let me readjust my microphone. And it could just be that the internet is quite terrible. That's very possible. But every number up to 2 to the 60, 87 times 2 to the 60, has been verified to go down to 1. And I personally have had my computer verify a few more just because, although I don't think there's much of a use in doing that kind of thing. But it seems very true, but it is incredibly hard to solve. Yeah, it's very incredibly hard to solve. If it's going to fail, it's going to be on a starting number that is congruent to 63 mod 96, I'm pretty sure. But no one knows how to solve it, and it seems like such a tantalizingly easy problem, like something you just use a proof by induction for maybe. But no one solved it, and it's been 100 years, something like that. Let's see. Matt Barrio said that you could measure the wavelengths of massive objects with the ruler. He wants me to go over how mass makes waves. Okay. So in talking about, I think you're referring to LIGO, in which case they measured a matter wave, effectively coming from 2 black holes using the same kind of setup that we used in the last video, the interferometry using the laser. very, very, very similar to that. And so, as we talked about before, that works due to interference between the light. So we have two waves. As they join back together, their amplitudes will either interfere constructively or deconstructively, depending on the length they travel, since length is proportional to the change in wavelength. And so that's quite good for a very precise ruler. Now, matter making waves is a little bit more of a complicated problem. If I'm trying to discuss how it would do it, it would take quite a while. So instead, I will just try to give something a little quantitative with that. So matter moving through a surface, if we're trying to extrapolate down into maybe a three-dimensional setting, even though truly I believe we'd need a four-dimensional setting to describe this, well, of course we do. But it's much like moving a ball through a pool. And as I move it underneath, you get these currents flowing. That's kind of how I like to visualize it. Like the whole universe is just one kind of substance-like thing. And this is coming dangerously close to saying that whole ether thing that was disproven, because there's none of that. But it's very similar, and maybe I'm not very good at explaining that right now. We'll come back to that. So Ronan says he's from South Africa. He's in grade 11 in high school. He wants to use a Tesla coil to harness a small amount of electricity from ambient radiation. Yeah, sure, you could do that. You could do that. You could definitely do that. For instance, that's kind of a similar thing to how radios work. You're just harnessing ambient electrical noise, not noise, I guess, particularly in that sense, and you're converting it into something else. Of course, we're putting more energy in to amplify it, but Tesla coils, they could definitely do that. Of course, you don't want to stray into the realm of YouTube videos that you hear saying, like, free energy generator, because it's free to you, but of course it's coming from somewhere. It's not just generating electricity. But yeah, ambient noise can definitely be picked up and turned into electricity. Probably not very much, though, because if there was a lot of it, I would assume things around us would be cooking a bit more, and that probably wouldn't be good. But we can definitely do that. I'm not going to answer your question in mathematics more, possibly. Let's play another song here. This is going to be, let's see. All right, let's see. Nomad2415 says, what's it called when you convert a function Taylor series into its Laplacian? Oh, I don't remember if I'm being honest. Wait, into its Laplacian? Oh, like it's Laplace transform. I don't quite remember, but I'll get back to you if I do remember that. Let's see. I am going to play this song for you. It's quite a fun one. It's called The Mind Electric. It's by a band called Tally Hall. They're not really too well known. Someone asks if I'm going to be completing my big test foil anytime soon. Maybe. It's been a while, so maybe I should get on that. Here we go. Okay, back to questions again. Questions / comments. Let's see. So I thought I saw a familiar name for a second, but I don't see it anymore. So maybe I missaw. All right. Oh, hey, some people do know that song. Yeah, I love that song. It's one of my favorites. Let's see. Someone was saying that they almost killed themselves and they were up like an idiot. I've done that too, so don't worry. In fact, this worst time, I'll tell you guys about the worst time I've ever been shocked. And that was with those big microwave transformers. I was effectively drawing some arcs, and I didn't realize that off a piece of metal I was drawing arcs off. This was like 3 years ago or 4 years ago or something like that. But I didn't remember off of the piece of metal that I was drawing arcs. It was connected through a wire going over to some microwave oven capacitors. And so the capacitors just got charged up more and more and more. And then when I went down to touch it, I didn't realize that the capacitors were charged up, and it just sent this huge current through me. And it felt just completely bizarre. So don't do that, because I think I fainted after that, and my heart hurt for like 3 or 4 weeks. So that stuff is dangerous. Okay, let's see. Someone says, any chance of collab with the Applied Science channel? Oh, that would be interesting. I'll contact them. That would be fun. Someone asks what jobs I'm looking at. Mainly software jobs right now. And I'm trying to just make my own applications and stuff to start off, because no one's really hiring. So I'm trying to make a few different applications, put them out, and then I'm going to try and transfer that into making my own companies with like an electronics company, a few different, I don't want to say any of my things because I don't want my ideas to be taken for that. So I hope you understand if I'm being a little bit more vague. But I have a few different ideas for a few different companies, I guess, because I just want to make money so that I can do science experiments. That's the goal at the end of the day. Let's see. All right, we will now, let's see, I want to play some Beatles songs, which I don't have memorized. So I'm going to pull up the words to some on over here. Ooh. Because I do like those. Let's see. We will try something, I guess. Sure. All right, let's see. Someone's asking for Coldplay. I don't really know much Coldplay by memory. I know there was that song that was like Viva La Vida or something like that, and so maybe if I look up the words to that, it'll be not too bad to play. So let's see. Oh, thank you so much, Selton Henderson. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Let's see. This doesn't look too bad. I don't have the what are they called? I don't know how to read sheet music, so these are just words with a few chords associated with them. So we'll see how that goes. Someone keeps on asking for Westworld theme. I can't really remember that. I know I've heard it before. I'll see what I can do in a second. Yeah, I'll see what I can do with that. Okay, let's see how hard this is. All right, there we go. That's as close as I can get. Let's see. Someone was asking for. I really can't remember how. I know I've seen that show before, but I really can't remember how that Westworld thing goes. It's been a few years. Let's see. I have someone wanting Lawn Ranch. One second, let me figure out the chords because it doesn't have words, so I can't really just look up chords easily, I guess. Let's see. Okay. Okay, let's see. Now we have someone asking for Hotel California. I know I've heard that one before, so we can try it. And someone's saying the angle is weird. Here, I can move it a bit. Is that a little better? Maybe I'll put it like that. Okay. There we go. So let's see. I can't remember the words to that Hotel California song, but I'll look them up really quickly. Okay, let's give these a try. Oh, wait, that's the wrong song. Whoops. Give me 1 second. Okay, I found it. We'll try that. I can't remember how the intro to it goes, so let's just try this. I didn't know how to end that off. But there you go. There's that song for you. Let's see. Let's go and see if there are any more questions. Someone said there were 69 likes, but now there's only 68. So that's sad. Oh, good. It's back. Thank you. Anyways, people are asking for Claire de Lune, and that's a song that I am too scared to play because it's one of my favorites, and I am always worried to mess it up. So, yeah. Someone asks what's next, and that's going to be I'm going to make a few videos this week because there's nothing else really going on. And technically, I guess I'm still just doing a little bit of revisions to my senior thesis. It's effectively done. I'll be submitting it tomorrow morning. Yeah, someone asks for Dwarf Fortress theme, but I'm not actually sure what that is. I'm sorry. Oh, I know. Hello, Elise. And yeah, Claire de Lune is like my favorite song ever. So I am just always too scared to even try it. I studied physics at BYU. Yeah, let's go to some more songs, I guess. And if you guys have any questions, just feel free to ask them. It can be anything about maths, about physics, about next videos. If you have suggestions for next videos too, that'd be good. Like the one that I was supposed to put out on measuring the wavelength of light with the interferometer. Haven't done that yet. Also, someone keeps on saying that I'm in a lab coat. It's actually a hazmat suit. You see, so I can stay safe. It's just that. Anyways, oh, someone says, is math related to science? Yes, in a sense. It's kind of hard to say which one's more fundamental. I would like to say that science is the thing that brings about math, but math is kind of a tool for science, but then at the same time, it seems like we have results in number theory and stuff like that that really plays into results that we see on a really fundamental level with particles. And that's really interesting. Someone says, do you understand quantum mechanics? It just screws my head. Well, I don't think anyone truly understands quantum mechanics. Otherwise, they're just joking to themselves. But I understand how to work with the mechanics of it, if that helps your question. Yeah, my internet is pretty bad. I tried going somewhere with a good internet connection, but it's probably not going to be that good. Sorry about that. Do I have any intention for research in experimental physics? Yes, one day. One day when I want to make my own company, and then I want to do my own research associated with that, so I don't really have to do anything. Someone says, could I make a variable frequency AM transmitter video? Yeah, sure. For the variable frequency, you could use something like a variable capacitor, because that changes the base frequency that you're going at. So you can have an LC resonator circuit that's an inductor capacitor resonator circuit with a variable capacitor, and you can change the resonance of the circuit, and that would very well change the output frequency. So we can talk about that. I'm not a graduate student. I don't have an intention of being one at the moment, but we'll see. Anyways, I want to play some more. Someone says, when are you making a high voltage video? Some point. Another person says, have you ever started a fire? Accidentally. Like nothing big. So, but yes, I guess. Let's see. We are now going to play around with, let's see, what's a good one? What's a good one? I like Eleanor Rigby. That's a good song. I don't play it really at all, but I do like that song. So yeah, we'll give it a try. Yeah, lots of people say they're still waiting for the how to make a spark gap test the coil video. So maybe one day. But yeah, here we go. All right, I guess that's a relatively short song. Anyways, someone actually commented on the variable FM AM transmitter. So they say do it with a microcontroller. To do it with a microcontroller. So that's a little hard because there aren't very many microcontrollers that can do it reliably at those high frequencies, especially for FM. For AM, you can kind of get away with it, especially say if you're using a 555 timer. I think there are kinds of 555 timers that are made to go up to really high frequencies, really high, not as high as you'd expect from regular FM, but high enough to make a reliable AM signal. And with that, that'd be fairly easy to be changing the frequency on. So maybe I'll look into that. That sounds like a good idea. Someone says, make more videos related to experiments on quantum mechanics. All right, quantum mechanics experiments are pretty hard. The only one I've ever done is the Bell's inequality experiment, because you kind of need, you really need coincidence counters, and those are quite expensive, and I don't actually own any. The university that I worked at, they own some, and so I got permission to use some of those in a video, but I don't actually have any coincidence counters. Yeah, like Ronan is saying, like a car radio. Yeah, you could do that very simply with microcontroller, I think. And I'll look into that. I have never broken a bone, as Kelvin Cook asks. So good so far. Anyways, oh, thank you, Cylon93. Thank you so much. Let's see, did I miss anything? I don't know any Nordic songs, so I don't. Yeah, I'm sorry. Someone says you should try tinkering with ion thrusters. So I've kind of done a video with ion thrusters. Do you remember that lifter video I made? It was a while back. That uses ion propulsion. It's not very powerful per se, but it is very cool. And in space, it is very efficient. So yeah, I don't know what Madbull is. I'm sorry. Let's see. Hello from Australia. I would like, and someone asked if I have done stuff with Arduino before. Yes. In fact, I think I want to make some videos this week on projects relating to Arduino, whether they're experiments or just kind of fun DIY things. I think coding is a very, very useful skill to learn. So if I can influence people to be able to code a little bit, then that is very good, because that's where we're heading, is automation. And I could rant on about that for a while. Everything is going to be automated in the near future. And like you start to think that it's just mechanical things that are going to be automated. Like that already happens, but mental things as well, especially with different machine learning applications. Although it feels like we're a while off, I don't think we're that far off, is my personal opinion. I hope within my lifetime to be able to see kind of re-advents of society with the exponential learning that we gained from a computer doing learning instead of us doing learning. But there are some hiccups. Like, for instance, you can say a computer can think its own way through a chess game or something like that. And we have, oh, the computer beat the human at chess. Kind of, but it feels very, very brute force still. Meaning, originally when that first happened, what was happening is that the computer was going down 6 levels of recursion, seeing all the possibilities, and then ranking them on points, and saying, okay, this move that I can make here will make me the most probable to be ending up winning. And that's not really elegant, in my opinion. I'm not sure how the new AI that beat the person at Go, I'm not sure how that one works. I would imagine some level of recursion. But actually, I believe that one was actually just machine learning. So I don't know. In that case, that might be more elegant. But it seems like the computers need a huge amount of computational power to be able to do what we do, like much more computational power than what we have. So it feels more brute force at the moment, but I think elegance is coming through eventually. And that scares me in some senses, in a few senses. Someone says to plug the Discord. There is a Discord channel. I don't have the link to it right now, but you guys should join it, and I should get on it more. So, yeah, Someone says, what is your specialized area of physics in your graduation? Quantum information, QID. So, yeah. So, no, I'm not doing that, John, please. I'm sorry. Let's see. I'll find a fun song now as I wait for a few more questions. Someone asks if I'm good with chemistry. No, not really. I like to play with chemicals. I have some sodium. I have some mercury. I have some aluminum. Just for regular playing around with, nothing really super interesting. So, yeah, let's see. Someone says make a Corona blaster. I'm not sure what that is, so maybe someday. Maybe someday. Ooh, I haven't heard this song in a while. This is Octopus Garden. It's another song from the Beatles, but I remember it's kind of more lighthearted, kind of more fun. So we'll give it a try. Let's see. It starts on a B and then an E. All right, let's see. Oh, I didn't know that the sound of the stream was going quite bad. I guess the internet's going pretty terribly. Let's see. Someone says, what's your favorite beverage for surviving the quarantine era? That would be cranberry with raspberry. I found it at the store the other day, and it's really good. So there you go. Kind of boring, but that is a very good juice. Let's see. I guess we're getting nearly. I'll go for another 15 minutes. So if you have questions that you want to ask between now and then we'll discuss them. Because then we'll be hitting around. No, I'll go tell an hour and 30 minutes. Someone asks if the Earth is flat. Probably not. All signs indicate no that I'm aware of. So, though I haven't seen it, there you go. Someone says, have you ever used a gamma ray scintillator? I've not used a gamma ray simulator. I haven't even really messed around with gamma rays that much at all, like except for regular radioactive decay stuff. Because I've had those kind of samples near me and then just playing around with them, not in an unsafe way. Maybe somewhat unsafe. but you know what I mean. Anyways, do you want to do any high vacuum stuff? So I have done experiments in high vacuum, mainly just kind of X-ray experiments. Like I've done a few on generating different X-rays, different voltage levels, and plotting it out since I couldn't really find much information on that. I've done some what is it called? Passion curve stuff in one of my science classes. But beyond that, not much. Someone says, any update on the Cody's Lab collab? I actually haven't talked to him in a couple months. So maybe I'll message him and see what's up now that I don't have school going on. And I can see what I can do with that. But that could be fun. I'm not sure what he's doing out in his chicken base or Mars base, chicken hole base, something like that. But that'll be fun. I'll send him an email. Anyways, someone says, if electronics would be reinvented, would we end up with the same components? Probably not. Probably so. Probably not. Probably so. It's hard to say because we don't really know what exists out there. Like we went from originally in electronics, it was very analog. We had vacuum tubes, but then we got down to like atomic scales, and there are very obvious things to do for atomic scales. What's the easiest ways to represent binary things? So I'm not talking about quantum computers. I'm just talking about binary things. So I would imagine it would converge to the same spot. It's hard to say, but it seems most likely. Someone says, can you make a cloud chamber video with some radioactive elements? That would be pretty fun. So I will look into that. Someone asks, root beer rag on the piano? I'm not really sure what a root beer rag is. The closest I've come to rag is like this song that I played at the very beginning, which is a ragtime version of, I think it's a song off of Yoshi's Island, like Yoshi's Island Athletic Theme, something like that. Kind of like. And it goes on a little bit more. But yeah, that's essentially that. Let's go on to, here's a fun song. I'm not really sure what it's called, but I know it's a meme song, and I remember it from that. Starts on that. Here we go. I don't know any other part of it. It just kind of goes on. So that's the only part of it I know. That's the only part I hear in the videos. Anyways, oh, someone says it's by Billy Joel. Pretty fast. IIRC. I will look that up. Oh, Tom Brer. Someone mentioned Tom Brer. Yes, I like him. I am very sad about. I'll rant a little bit about Tom Brer. He's a really cool piano player here on YouTube. He hasn't posted a video in a while, and that's because he was in a car accident. And now he can't really play the piano very much at all. And it's super sad. At least I feel very, very sad about it because he makes some beautiful music. That's what that song, the ragtime version of that is based off of from what I listened to Tom Brer playing. So yeah, you should really go look them up. Very, very cool. Yeah, so you were right, Ben Swartley. You're definitely correct. Someone says, do I have a collection of neodymium magnets? Not particularly, no. Someone says, play Ode to Joy. This is embarrassing, but I can't really remember which one that is. Is that the one that's like? Is that one? I can't really remember. Keeper First still does updates, and it seems like he's improving. And he's talking about Tom Brer, so that's really good. I'm on their Discord channel. Someone asks if I play professionally. No, I do not. Oh, I could. I don't think I could because I don't know how to read sheet music. So that's generally good. But thank you. I appreciate that. I could try to play Ode to Joy, but I really only remember that first part. I think this is Ode to Joy. So like. I don't really remember much of it. I was trying to improvise a little bit there. I didn't really go anywhere. Let's see, but someone says that was a joy, so that's good. Someone asked where I graduated from. That would be BYU in Provo, Utah. Yeah. Someone asks, I don't know, Hans Zimmer. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's completely fine. You should really get some sleep, Kelvin Cook. Late and sleep is very, very good. Anyways, lots of people are asking for different things. Most of them that I have never heard in my life, at least as far as I'm aware. So, with that said, someone says, you can do experiments with X-ray spectroscopy. I've never done that, but I will look into it. Someone asks what degree. I have doubled in physics and mathematics. Someone is asking for interstellar stuff, but I have actually never seen that movie, so I can't help you out there. I'm sorry. Someone says, do you remember the worst time you electrocuted yourself playing with high voltage? Yes, I do. By Kelvin Cook. I mentioned that earlier in the stream, but effectively it was with microwave oven capacitors. Those capacitors are really beefy, and when they're charged up, they really hurt. So, yeah, it's getting near the time that I'm going to call it. Let's do. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty good now. I'd say it's pretty good. Someone's still asking for interstellar music. I can't really help you there. I'm sorry. Caden Morse asks worst incident. That would be that case. I'm not sure what my art is murder. I've never heard of Brain of Darkness, so I'm sorry. What's a good song to finish on? I will play. Let's see. There's some nice songs from the musical Les Mis, and so maybe I'll try to play one of the Chopsticks. That's kind of embarrassing. I don't remember chopsticks very well. Anyways, let me see really quickly. Oh, Toccata and Fugue. That is a very, very good one. But it's a little too spooky. A little too spooky right now. It's not a it's not a Halloween song, which to me it always sounds like a Halloween song. Selton Henderson, thank you again so much. It's really, really nice of you. It's very, very nice of you. I really, really do appreciate it. Let's see. So for the last one, I will play. Let's see if I can find anything. Let me see. This is a good song. This is a good song. I'll play this. All right, that's really everything. Ooh, I guess I can show you guys a dog that lives here. The dogs are nice. Apollo, 1 second. Apollo. All right, he's not really moving, but here he is. Oh. All right, so that about sums everything up, I'd say. Yeah, thank you guys for joining. I'm glad you guys liked the dog. I like the dog. Yeah, I will see you guys some other time. Be safe. Hopefully, I will have a video out for you guys by Friday. So, see you guys then. Have a good day. Be safe. Stay indoors if necessary, but also don't stay indoors too long. Otherwise, you'll get sunburned when you go out. So, yeah, bye.